Good morning, dear children. We are back again for yet another maths class. In the previous class, we learned to divide a number by 1 or 2 digits within 20, where we could recall the multiplication tables and do the divisions. But if the divisor is a number more than 20, how do we divide? Let us learn today some techniques to solve such sums. I will teach you to solve the sums in 2 different ways. So, let us look into the sums. So, dividing by 2-digit number, here the sum is 36,591 divided by 43. So the divisor here is a 2-digit number. So we consider 2 digits of the dividend. But 36 is less than 43. So we consider 3 digits, 365. Since we do not know the table of 43, let us do estimation. We round off 43 to the nearest 10, which is 40. So, 40 multiplied by 9 is 360, which is less than 365. So, let us try and multiply 43 by 9 and find the product. So 43 multiplied by 9 is 387. So it is greater than 365. So let us multiply with the next smaller number, that is 8. So 43 multiplied by 8 is 344, which is less than 365. So we write down 43 8s are 344. We are left with a remainder of 21. So we bring down the next number, that is 9. So we get 219. Again we multiply 40 by 5 because 40 multiplied by 5 is 200, which is a number less than 219. And then we try multiplying 5 with 43. So 43 5s are 215, which is less than 219. So we write down 43 5s are 215. We are left with 4 as a remainder. So again we bring down the next digit, that is 1, and write it as 41. Now look children, 41 is less than 43. So we multiply 43 by 0 to get 0. So we write 43 zeros are 0, and then we subtract and get the remainder as 41. So here the quotient we get is 850 and the remainder is 41. Let's see another example. Here the number is 86,542 and we have to divide it again by 22. So here the divisor is a 2-digit number. We consider 2 digits of the dividend again, which is 86. Now since we do not know the table of 22, we will again estimate. So for that we round off 22 to the nearest 10, which is 20. Now using trial and error method, we find 20 multiplied by 4 is 80, which is less than 86. So let us multiply 22 by 4, which is 88, which is greater than 86. So again we have to multiply with the next smaller number, that is 3. So 22 multiplied by 3 we get 66, which is less than 86. So we can write 22 multiplied by 3 is 66 and the remainder that we get is 20. Now we bring down the next digit, that is 5, and we write it as 205. Now here again 20 multiplied by 10 is 200, okay, which is less than 205. But here if we multiply 22 by 10, we get 220, which is greater than 205. So let us try multiplying 22 by 9. So when we multiply 22 by 9, we get 198, which is less than 205. So we can go ahead. 22 multiplied by 9, it is 198, and we are left with the remainder as 7. Okay. Now we bring down the next digit, that is 4, and we write it as 74. Now 20 multiplied by 3 is 60, which is less than 74. So let us try multiplying 22 by 3. We get 66. So it is less than 74. So we can go ahead. 22 multiplied by 3 is 66. The remainder is 8. Now we bring down the next digit, that is 2. And we are left with the number 82. So now again we see 20 multiplied by 4 is 80, which is less than 82. But 22 multiplied by 4 is 88, which is greater than 82. So let us try multiplying by next smaller number, that is 3. So 22 multiplied by 3, we get 66, which is less than 682. So we proceed. 22 multiplied by 3 is 66, and we are left with the remainder 16. So here the quotient is 3933, and the remainder here is 60. 23,642 divided by 42. The divisor here is 42. But here, see the first two digits of the dividend, it is less than 42. So we consider 3 digits of the dividend. So that is 236. Now again we do not know the table of 42. So let us estimate. We round off 42 to the nearest 10, which is 40. Now 45 is 200. So let us try multiplying 42 by 5, and the product that we get is 210, which is less than 236. So we can write 5, 210, and the remainder that we get is 26. Now we bring down the next digit and write it as 264. Now again 46 times is 240, which is less than 264. So let us multiply 42 by 6. So the product is 252, which is less than 264. So we can go ahead and write 42 6 252. We are left with the remainder 12. Now we bring down the next digit, that is 2. So 43s are 120, which is less than 122. So let us try multiplying 42 by 3. So 42 multiplied by 3 we get 126. But 122 is less than 126. So we have to multiply 42 by 2 and the product that we get is 84, which is less than 122. So we write down 42 2s are 84 and we are left with the remainder as 38. So here the quotient we get is 562 and the remainder is 38. Now we come to the last sum here. 7,204 divided by 24. So as we know, 24 is a 2-digit number and so we consider the first 2 digits of the dividend, and here the first 2 digits is 72. 7 and 2, that is 72, which is greater than the divisor, so we can proceed. So first let us round off 24 to the nearest 10, which is 20. 20 3 times is 60, which is less than 72. So let us multiply 24 with 3 and the product that we get is 72. So we write 24 3 times is 72 and the remainder is 0. Let us bring down the next digit, that is 0. So 24 zeros are 0. We know any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So we write down 0 here and the remainder is also 0. Now we bring down the next digit, that is 4. So again 24 is a greater number, the divisor is greater and the remainder we are left with is 4. So 24 we again multiply by 0 and we get 24 zeros are 0 and we are left with the remainder 4. So here the quotient is 300 and the remainder is 4. So solve the sums given in today's assignment using whichever method you find it easy. Thank you, dear children.